wanted to provide a little bit of information on aged care. I found when dealing with this it's been a frustrating part of legislation. Not so much the fact that I think the legislation is bad, in fact probably the opposite, but it's very, very poorly explained. So with aged care there's only really 4 things that you need to be aware of, and that's how much it's going to cost, and there are 4 fees. So the first fee is RAD versus DAP, and everything's in acronyms to make it even more confusing, but that's the refundable accommodation deposit or the daily accommodation payment. And realistically, the easiest way to describe it is buy versus rent. So if you buy the room, you get that money back. If you rent the room, well, that money goes to the facility. The second one is the basic daily care fee, and it doesn't really matter if you're the Queen of England or the poorest person in Australia, everyone has to pay that same fee, and there's not much we can really do with that. Then there's a means tested fee, which is calculated from a means tested amount, and this is where it starts to get confusing, because the means tested fee, they use a means test, and people often think that's the same as a Centrelink means test, but it isn't. They're 2 completely different things. And that's one that we can help with. And the last fee is the additional services fee. And the additional services fee is largely up to the discretion of what the facility want to charge. Now in the industry it's partly made up, and probably majority made up, of for-profits, and that's the way that they're able to make their business function work. And it's probably my only real gripe within the industry, because there's no necessity for them to provide the service, they just have to offer it. And I have a little bit of a problem with that, but as a financial advisor in aged care, I help with RAD versus DAP, buy versus rent, and I help with the means tested fee and trying to make those cash flow positive and make sure that the assets of the person going into care aren't whittled away over time.